Hi, my name is Natalie Greer. Today I'm going to talk about the Great Decisions topic number 3, China and America, the new geopolitical equation. So first we're going to talk about President Xi's impact on the U.S. and China relations. So basically the relationship, as it was said in the book, has always been a pretty rocky relationship. And this took place even before both presidents took office. It said that the last decade and a half, China has executed an expansive strategy of economic outreach and growth of national capacity. When they say that, they made sure to emphasize that it included military and diplomatic power. China is a competitor with the U.S. in geopolitics, economy, and security. And for the first time ever, in 2013, it was documented that China's GDP or gross domestic product exceeded the US. And so, as the book stated, this was sort of like the first sign and the first upbringing that there might be a gap between the US being the world's leading economic power because it could be potentially given to China instead. It also stated in the book, I have it next to me, that after years of protracted and costly entanglements all over the world, there is evidently a dwindling supply of political will in the U.S. for a global leadership role. So basically, I felt like that was saying that the U.S., although the China's GDP was better than theirs, they have no intentions of losing their spot as the global leadership role. And personally, I don't think this will ever happen either. I feel like the US has gained too much respect and honestly has scared most of the other countries into like believing there's no possible way we will ever step down of power, which is fine in my opinion, being a US citizen. So basically, this was Trump's stance on China that I took from the book. So Trump and Xi, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I suck at pronouncing things though. Had a meeting to discuss what foreign policies could be changed. And in this meeting, they decided to focus on the core economic, diplomatic, and security, cyber, and cultural and human rights issues that they saw were going on in both countries, or even between both countries. And before Trump took office, he was warned by former President Obama about the most important national security challenge. And Obama stated to him that the biggest challenge for him would be the whole relationship with China and the relationship with North Korea, considering the fact that they had nuclear weapons. So after he found this out, Trump then pressed Beijing to apply pressure on North Korea to give up their nuclear weapons. I think his whole idea of this was to apply the pressure so that he wouldn't have to do it himself. I mean, it doesn't strike me as something that Trump wouldn't do. But he also felt that the prior presidents did not take the proper approach of getting cooperation from North Korea. So he felt if he suggested trade with Taiwan, he would gain control of the situation, which honestly isn't a bad idea. I feel like if you give them some of what they want, then they'll give us some of what they want. But as far as them putting away their nuclear weapons, I don't know if they would have did that, or if they will even do that. Trump's plan was basically to have China handle North Korea, so he did not have to. When this did not work, he recognized President Xi in a tweet saying, "While I greatly appreciate the efforts of President Xi in China to help with North Korea, it has not worked. At least I know China tried." So I don't know if he was like kind of being a smartass or if he was just serious, but yeah, he obviously wasn't really appreciative of what President Tsai was doing, because if he was, he probably would have realized that North Korea like doesn't listen to anyone, honestly. But after this, he suggested that they had not given up hope and would apply a peaceful pressure campaign on North Korea to put away their nuclear weapons and give up their nuclear weapons just as a whole. So basically, my views on if I were president, basically it's as states in this slide. I would definitely continue a peaceful pressure campaign like Trump decided, because obviously nuclear weapons aren't something that we want in the hands of one of our, so to speak, enemies. And also, I would do anything not to make North Korea upset while also still having integrity. So I would make sure they were okay and we kept them pleasantly happy while also making sure that they didn't exactly run over us. I mean, I know this is easier said than done considering the fact that I'm not the president and I would probably never consider being the president. So honestly, all that I'm saying is just suggestions that I would have if I was president. But I will also ensure with North Korea that the weapons are for threats inside of North Korea and not for threats like other countries, like the US or any other countries. I will make sure that it's just North Korea, sorry, excuse me. I will also make a plan that protects the US and its people that we could agree upon with North Korea, just so we can make sure like everything's fine between that relationship and nothing vile or just completely threatening to either of us would, cause any problems. And this is all I have for this Great Depressions topic. I hope you enjoyed that.